Hello, welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for being here. Today we're talking about the 10 games you cannot, and I mean cannot miss at Essen Spiel 2022.
If you're being there, you better look for these.
And no, we're not gonna be there, which is awkward because it means that there's a lot of these we're going to have to wait for slightly too long to get access to here in the United States. The next convention we're going to be at is going to be PAX Unplugged, coming up very soon, so if any of you are going to be there, we cannot wait to say hello to you. Essen next year is on the calendar. Essen this year was way too close to Yom Kippur. Yeah. So we just could not make it across the ocean.
Totally fair.
West!
Yes!
We've got 10 games.
We have 10 games.
Let's start talking about the stuff people... You greedy, greedy people are going to be able to get your hands on at Essen, starting with...
ISS Vanguard. I can't even describe how excited I am for this game to be out that people can buy.
Now,
because
we're both very smart, so we pre-backed it years ago.
With the first wave shipping, because if you backed second wave shipping where you got it all at the same time, you're still talking about another 2 years, folks.
But needless to say, it does sound like there's going to be some degree of availability there at Essen for people to check out, potentially pick up, take a closer look at, put in your mouth. There's so many things you should be doing with this game.
So many.
And the main thing you should be doing with this game is playing it because it's gorgeous.
Yes, and get the sun drop, okay? Splurge, get the sun drop, all I can tell you.
If they have it available, it was...
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Absolutely ridiculous. We have an unboxing coming here to the channel along with more content.
It's beautiful.
That being said, ISS Vanguard... Quick little overview, campaign-based game, starfaring explorers, the only ship that has been able to leave the Earth's atmosphere because it has alien technology imbued into it, and you are looking for the answer to the hidden code that was given in the trash DNA in our system that is potentially a message from the divine
70%.
Themselves.
It's awesome.
It's a lot of ship AI and management, and a whole lot of great dungeon crawling, dice allocation, rich storytelling, and delicious
miniatures. Yeah. They're really tasty.
Blue Raz.
It's the best color.
Okay.
All right, number 2. We're going to talk about some Endless Winter. Now, I have to say this has to be very fair. Number 1, there will not be Kickstarter editions available there because the ship that was supposed to be there and in plenty of time, it was delayed.
Crashed.
Well, delayed.
Sunk to the... No?
No, delayed.
Just delayed.
But they will have some limited retail editions. So there will be some there, but they are the retail editions, not the Kickstarter versions.
So that means if you want a copy of this, and by the way, this game is great. I haven't played it. I'm waiting on my copy to come in from Kickstarter.
As am I.
If you want a copy of this, you will have to run to the front of the line because even those retail editions are not going to last long.
They're going to be gone.
This is a Euro game with a ton of modularity, a ton of little things that snap in and out, resource management, worker placement, classic Euro, sold in Europe.
Yeah. It'll work out really well.
It's going to be a lovely combination.
It's kind of like that caveman-esque Euro that everybody's been waiting for.
Yeah, I don't know too much more to say other than the fact that in the prototype that we had, not only was the art and the card play really, really good and fascinating as you develop the civilization, but also the modules themselves that kind of like stick into this game. Even the base box, I believe there's a whole little system of things that pop in and out and different ways to like explore paths to victory. It was really refreshing and really rewarding to sit down and dive into. I can't wait. I can't wait to get this. Okay.
Next on our list is Flamecraft.
Ooh.
Our Flamecraft. They will have copies available at Essen, along with some Tidal Blades.
Tidal Blades Banner Festival.
Yes, Tidal Blades Banner Festival will be there as well.
So, yeah, Lucky Duck's 2 big releases this year is Flamecraft, the retail edition, and Tidal Blades Banner Festival. Now, we actually have a gameplay going live on the channel this week during Essen for Flamecraft. Past 2 a.m., one of our highest quality videos that we do here on the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for all the board game nonsense we give you. But Flamecraft, lovely. Another little worker placement.
Right.
Resource management. Set collection.
Yep.
Incredible artwork. Really, really accessible design. Great family game. I mean, this is a game that has the potential to be as big as something like Wingspan, right? Something like Ticket to Ride. Something like big box, hits the shelves. People love it, introduces thousands into our hobby. And honestly, based off the Kickstarter, based off of how Lucky Duck's approaching this, it's coming from Cardboard Alchemy, but it's going to be distributed by Lucky Duck. This is one of those games that just absolutely shines and is going to continue to shine.
The dragons are so cute. They're adorable.
Yeah. Now, for those of you that are looking for a great family weight game, a game that plays like that middle tier all the way down to like intro level, Flamecraft is going to be one that you should get your hands on. The thing that you should be paying attention to, the thing that might be the pressure point here, is the fact that because this is going to be the retail edition that's available there at Lucky Duck, they will have, as far as I'm aware, some very limited deluxe components. It's metal coins, that's wooden resources, that's dragon miniatures. So if you want
which
those,
ones should you have?
If I was only going to get one of the three, the metal coins are amazing, but you don't interact with them as much as you do other things in the game.
Okay.
The dragon minis are great, but I don't mind wooden meeples, honestly, and the wooden meeples are screen printed, so they look very nice.
Right.
I really, really, really like the little wooden resources, and it replaces cardboard punchboard.
That makes a difference.
Big difference.
That's a big difference.
If I was gonna buy out, everything, I would go straight for those wooden resources first. I'd probably go metal coins second, and then I'd probably do miniatures third.
Really? Even though they have a nice flavor?
Even though they have a great flavor, once you get to the point that you have the wooden resources, the wooden dragons, and the wooden victory point tracker, you've kind of got a complete set.
Yeah, you do.
You don't need to mix that up.
Sometimes mixing isn't as good. I agree. I feel you there.
It's still pretty good.
I mean, yeah.
But all right, what's next?
Okay, this is the next really big Kickstarter I've been waiting for a really long time for.
Okay.
Everdell Complete Collection.
Ooh.
The giant box with everything in it.
I'm also waiting on that. I want that so bad.
It's so close. And it will be at Essen. All you people at Essen.
It's like legit you can go purchase it at Essen.
It is legit you
I'm
can
so
go
upset
purchase
about
it at
that.
Essen.
I want it so
I want it so badly right now. It is currently the ship is unloading in America right now. We're just there. They're starting to put it into off the containers and everything.
Yeah.
So we'll get it eventually. It'll be real soon. But
Everdell. Surprisingly, another Euro.
Another Euro,
Worker placement, this one. Adorable little forest creatures. One of the reasons it went so crazy so fast. I think the modules make the game better. It's also going to be tableau building, so you're gaining cards, you're building out a village. Your village kind of scores adjacent to each other. It either generates resources for you or creates this escalating thing where, like, at the end of the game, you score based off of all the nonsense you have across your tableau.
And deluxe everything.
Yeah, it's a very
everything.
Incredible artwork, very, very nice quality production. The table presence on this game is insane. It's one of those games that has become just a evergreen.
And they, with this particular production, literally tweaked every single piece. They touched everything, made it all that much better.
So mouthfeel's going
highest
to be
level.
Ridiculous.
Yep.
I want it so bad, West. I want so many things so bad.
I do too.
There's so much. Why are we not going to Essen?
You keep telling me I'm not allowed to buy more things, though. But I want to. Very badly.
Okay.
All right. Our next one. Lacrimosa.
This is coming from DeVere Games, and spoiler alert, check me out. I got this one. I've played this one. It's very cool. Again, it's another Euro.
Lots of Euros.
Lots of Euros,
Is it because it's
enough.
Essen and it's in Europe?
I think that's a big part of it.
Essen Spiel?
I think that's a big part of it, Wes.
Yeah.
Lacrimosa, coming from DeVere Games. DeVere is known for heavy, unique, crunchy Euros. This is going to be in that line. You're going to be someone who is helping finish the last composure of, I think, Mozart?
That sounds about right,
I'm pretty sure, and I think his last rendition or his last symphony was called Lacrimosa, which is where the song comes from. But you're people that are meeting with his wife, and you're saying you're not only helping finish the last stanzas, you're also letting her know of all the ways that you supported him during his lifetime, the trips you went on, the projects you funded, the orchestral sessions that you facilitated and financed. You're taking credit for his good work and his fame.
Oh my.
It's very, very lovely. I think it's maybe a little bit heavier than I was initially expecting. It definitely is going to be appealing to the people that already connect to that music side of the industry.
Sure.
If you're a fan of Mozart, if you're a fan of Beethoven, if you're a fan of that like historical century era gameplay, this is doing something in that space that I think feels refreshing, but also feels very familiar to Euros that we already know.
I will say that I have touched this box, and it is extremely heavy, so I must say that the components on the inside are really, really nice.
The components are very nice. I found when I sat down and played through Lacrimosa that it was a very tight engine.
Oh, yeah.
And so if that's something you enjoy looking for in your Euro games, something where you spend a lot of time making sure you can get your systems up and running, and then once it starts clicking, it just starts chugging along, it's nice. It's also not forgiving, just for the record. I did not do well. Alex and Shira crushed me.
Well, that's your problem. You're playing against Alex and Shira. Both of them are way smarter than us.
Horrible people, all of them.
They're really good.
What's going on next? What's our number 6?
Okay, so this is a unique one. Spirit Island Horizons. Now, for those of you who don't know, Target has recently redone their entire section of games, and one of the things that they asked for was a version of Spirit Island that was more accessible, that was easier to table, that was not quite as deep, I guess. So Spirit Island Horizons...
It's got a tar otter.
It does have a tar...
I'm in.
Yes.
I'm in. Tar otter.
So this game is a version of Spirit Island that is a little bit more accessible, not quite as miniature-esque, because everything is cardboard pieces, I believe. But it's a lower price point, a little bit easier to table, a little bit easier to play, kind of a dumbed-down version, but still very good from what I hear. So that will be available for the first time.
Does it make sense to purchase it to incorporate into my standard Spirit Island, or is it just, it really doesn't fit in that way?
From what I understand, it doesn't fit in that way. It's specifically a different version, standalone version of Spirit Island.
Spirit Island is so good, though.
It is.
And it is also at times hard to table.
I definitely
don't mind a more accessible version. I think Spirit Island fans are going to buy this, period.
I agree.
And if it gives me some of the end-game, mid-game to end-game play that Spirit Island gives me when it comes to, like, dramatic escalation, keeping the board from overwhelming me, but also really, really crunchy strategic card play, and it does it in a form factor that allows me to table a little bit easier and doesn't feel so overwhelming to bring new players into...
I think it's a win.
I don't know that I hate that. This is one that I would be picking up if I was there at Essen. And for all of you that are there at Essen, my P.O. box is in the description down below. Feel free to international ship me
things in the boxes.
ISS Vanguard
pieces.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's next?
All right. Next we have Terra Nova in the same vein of Spirit Island Horizons or Horizon Spirit Island. We have Terra Nova, and that is a different version of Terra Mystica for the same kind of concept. Yeah, they wanted to make that a little bit easier to get into.
Okay.
So it's a lighter version.
Slightly uglier.
It's a lighter version.
I'll tell you this. This is very appealing to me.
Yeah.
Because...
Me too.
I haven't played Terra Mystica.
Same here.
If you tell me that there's a lighter version of a game that I have not yet been able to table, even though I hear it's amazing.
Yep.
This is the type of thing that would let me start working in that direction.
Because if I feel like I can
tiptoeing in that way.
Yeah, if I can get into something this is a little bit easier.
I'm not a brave man.
Yeah.
I like the stuff I know. And I like people to teach me the stuff I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you know how to play Terra Mystica and you want to come by and play with us,
my P.O. box is in the address down below.
You can ship yourself to us.
Ship yourself to Quackalope.
With games in your hands,
We promise
preferably.
we'll open you...
soonish.
When the post office tells us there's a human in a box. Very cool.
Yep.
Terra Nova. Nice.
All right. Great Western Trail, Argentina. So a new expansion type of thing.
Not expansion.
It's a standalone version.
Do you know anything about this, West? Because this is one I added to the list specifically.
That it's Great Western Trail and that it's Argentina.
Okay, so Great Western Trail is an incredible Euro game. It's a worker placement, or it's like an action selection-ish game. You're like resource man. You're going around, you're bringing these cattle up to this top area. I don't know the actual mechanic system of the engine that you're running, but like the core thing that is so cool about Great Western Trail, the thing I loved about it is that you're actually developing this rondelle-style tableau as you build out. Okay. So you're taking the pathway up to Kansas or something, dropping off the cattle in a big city there, turning in for profit, and then starting all the way back to the beginning of that trail, and once again you're going up this pathway. And as you go up that pathway, you're adding tiles to develop the pathway that you just went on.
Isn't this a take that element too?
It could have some things. Absolutely. By like using different stations, clearing them off, like rebuilding areas, it can have some take that elements in it. But it's not at its heart and soul a take that game.
Sure.
Great Western Trail is in my permanent collection. And Great Western Trail Argentina is highly, highly focused on my radar. I believe this is, and maybe I need to find some better pictures of it, but I believe this is a standalone coming into let's see if I can find some images.
Okay.
I believe this is a standalone in the Great Western Trail world. I don't believe that it is an expansion. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty confident I am not. All I know is that I want it, period, because it's a thing for a game that I already love. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's an expansion. Is it an expansion? Let's see here.
That's an insert.
That's an insert. Why am I looking at it? I was like, the insert looks strange. I should know more about Argentina than maybe I do. I should, because I added it here because I was excited about it.
Yeah, you did add it to my list. So for the record, that's...
Let's see. Let's check the BGG description. Yeah, no, it's a standalone.
Cool.
Yeah, re-implements Great Western Trail, 2nd edition.
Nice.
Told you. I just should have been more confident.
Smart. You always say things with so much confidence.
You should buy this game.
Moving right along. Now we have number 9. Okay, Starship Captains.
I don't know this one.
Okay, I know this one a little bit because I...
See how I threw you under the bus there?
You did. Very well, thank you. So I love Star Trek, okay? And this is like if Star Trek met... What's the one that the guy from Family Guy did the show of where he was the Orville? This is like Star Trek meets the Orville, and you take your particular people down to the different planets, you're playing different cards to get different benefits, and there's constant hilarity going on the actual deck of the game. Visually, this cartoon-esque version of Star Trek makes me super excited. I love bright, brilliant colors. I'm a very simple man. We've talked about this. I got a chance to watch... His
last name's Todd.
Yeah. I got a chance to watch this at Gen Con. I thought it was super cool. And
Is that actually your last name?
Todd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know if it was a middle name or something.
And it just looked amazing. And I am super excited to get my hands on it. But I won't be at Essen. So our address is in the information below. I told you it was a good game.
What are you doing, CG? Wes wants your game.
Very badly, please.
Damn it.
I want it very badly.
Why aren't we going to Essen?
Because you said we couldn't go.
I've got holidays, Wes. I've got to be offline.
There's
prayers to be said.
Exactly.
Direct.
Okay, last one. War of the Ring card game. So, in the vein of some of these others that are out here doing different things, this is the War of the Ring, which is a big, huge, amazing game, but the card game version of it. So I think that was kind of an interesting concept to bring that beautiful game that everybody really, really, really likes into a card game fashion.
Love it. Love that game. Never played it.
Never played it either.
Love it, though. For sure.
Yes.
Inspired by the best-selling award-winning War of the Ring board game, War of the Ring, the card game allows players to journey through the world of J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings and create their own version of the dramatic conflict between the Dark Lord, Sauron, and the Free People of Middle-earth. In the War of the Ring card game, up to 4 players compete in 2 teams, the Shadow against the Free Peoples. Each player uses a specific different card deck representing the strengths and weaknesses of different factions involved in the war. The Free Peoples desperately try to complete their quest to destroy the One Ring, while at the same time, that's a lot of flavor text.
That is a lot of flavor text.
Holy cow. 100 unique illustrations. During the game, players are going to be taking cards, playing cards. There's battleground cards, and J.R.R. Tolkien invented it, designed it. Designed by J.R.R. Tolkien.
Pictures. He did with the things.
He designed it.
So good.
No, I mean, the reason this is on the list, and at the very end of this list, is because it's one of those games that is I don't know much about this. I do know I want it.
Yes.
I want it. And if I was at Essen, I would have it.
I would have it.
And I'm not at Essen, but you're going to be at Essen because you're watching this video, and you will also have this, unless you don't, because it's going to sell out. And apparently there's like 600 games being released at Essen or some nonsense like that. And probably a lot more of them are worth talking about, and you're not going to go for those. You're going to run for this because, oh boy, I really want it. I do. Who's it published by?
Those people.
Eris Games. Nuts Publishing. Nuts!
Nuts Publishing. That's the best name.
Nuts! Listen to me, Nuts. I want your game, Nuts. You hear me out. I'll not put it in my mouth. If you do not give me your game, Nuts, if you don't ship it to me immediately, I will buy your game, and then I'll put it in my mouth. I'll do it on camera. I'm telling you, Nuts, you don't want to deal with this.
And I'm not allowed to call something just the tip.
Listen, Nuts.
That's going to be a great series. I'm telling you. All board game tips.
If you've made it to this part of the video, leave a comment down below of exactly what the new series that we're working on here at Quackalope called Just the Tip should be about. We're trying to figure out what the tips are that we are going to be giving you in relation to...
But just the tips. Not anything else.
Nothing else.
Just
no
the
substantial
tips,
evidence.
Just the tips of these great ways to play games.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be a great series.
Yeah, we just have to figure out what the content's about. That's where you can help us out. Listen, Nuts! Want your board game! God, I wish I was in Essen!
Me too. Next time we'll get to go. It'll be great.
But Europe, you'll have this energy next year. Quackalope will be there, like you're all hoping.
Then we can wear lederhosen and drink lots of beer. We're allowed to do that, right?
All the German people are like, maybe Americans don't come over.
Probably.
Maybe they don't steal our beer or lederhosens.
But they make such good beer, and I've heard lederhosens are very comfortable.
What's a lederhosen?
That's like the green pants with the suspenders, and you get to wear. They're like not all the way pants, but they're not all the way shorts. They're kind of like mid-calf shorts, and they usually are worn with really high socks. And then they go up into the mountains, and then they get to blow on really big horn. You've seen the Ricola commercials, right?
Ricola.
Right. But I think that one's Switzerland. But it's still like Germanic in general.
All the Swiss.
Probably did.
And I care
so sorry.
a lot about the Swiss, actually.
I love their chocolate.
They've got
great
a beautiful
chocolate
landscape.
Yeah.
And amazing sheep.
Yes. Amazing sheep.
Yeah. And Nuts, listen. P.O. Box is in the description down below. I'm not going to give you my main address. I will put your game in... I mean this, Nuts. I mean it.
He will put that game in his mouth. You should send it to him so that he won't have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Nuts. And everyone else who watched to this point and push the subscribe button, right? We need more subscribed people with the watching.
How many subscribers do you think we're losing from this video?
I don't know. I feel like
all the Germans.
And probably half the Swiss.
Oh. Guys, I'm so sorry. Swiss.
I love your chocolate.
I love your sheep.
Really?
They're known for it.
The Swiss sheep.
Have you really?
Yes, really. I don't understand what you're talking about. Swiss sheep. What am I missing?
They're literally known for their sheep.
I thought it was their cheese that was amazing.
No, look at their sheep.
They are very cute.
Tell me those are not some of the most fine sheep you've ever seen.
Are they literally called Swiss sheep?
Look at that. That's a black-nosed Swiss sheep.
Swiss sheep.
Yeah, that is a black-nosed Swiss sheep.
It is actually quite attractive. That's a very pretty sheep.
Listen, I'll go to the images.
It almost looks like I thought this was a doll.
I mean, tell me for a second, West.
They're adorable.
You're not invested. Right, that zoom did not work.
I see that.
But tell me you're not also personally invested.
Wait. What's that?
What?
Click on this. That is the most unique sheep I have ever seen.
Tell me you're not invested in that sheep.
That's a very unique sheep.
Like, look how happy these people are. That sheep is the size of that man. And that man is twice the size of that woman. That woman is just the butt of that sheep. I cut the sheep in half.
You cut the sheep in half.
I minus the sheep.
Do they wear the sheep fibers? Or
no.
Do they
literally every sheep they're not for pasture. Every sheep in Switzerland is just for show.
Just for show.
They're groomed, they're preened, the mud is out of there. Like look at that. That is
it's a beautiful sheep.
That is a show sheep.
It is a show sheep.
You will not see a single sheep in here that is not specific. Look, Show sheep right here.
Yep.
What did I tell you? How glorious is that sheep?
Look, it has a bell. Like people could hit the bell for us.
It literally looks like if you took like a Mastiff or a Great Pyrenees. This sheep has won so many awards you can't even see it.
This poor thing. Those ribbons have to be heavy.
Look how happy this man is with it. Imagine, Wes.
He kind of looks like a doctor.
Just imagine. Well, they have to wear the white gown so they blend in with the sheep.
Oh.
You see, they're all wearing it.
I do see they're all wearing it.
It's the sheep gown.
It's a sheep gown.
Yeah, I mean, imagine how happy you would be if you owned one of these sheep. That's what it feels like to be Swiss.
It's also interesting they have little black feetsies.
Yeah, they're adorable. Mm-hmm. Black noses, black feet, very fluffy hair.
Very, very fluffy hair. I wonder if it's soft. Are there any Swiss people watching this right now? Are the sheep soft? They look soft, like you could squeeze them.
These sheep are actually as hard as stone.
Hard as stone.
Yeah.
That's slightly
pure muscles.
sad.
It's from climbing the Swiss mountains.
Now we need to see Lederhosen.
We're not going to do that.
You're not going to do that?
Thanks so much for tuning in. We're not going to continue to offend the Swiss because we're rebuilding our relationship with the Swiss, West.
With nuts?
Listen, nuts.
I really think Lederhosen. You need to see Lederhosen.
We'll see you later.
I don't understand what you don't know about Lederhosen.
Bye.
Hausen. How do you spell Hausen? There it is.